Yo, what is up, everybody? And today we are back on the channel with another Madden 26 Titans franchise league game. And yes, this time I fulfilled my promise. Like I said, told you guys I was gonna get another video out by by the end of the weekend. It came a little bit faster than I expected, but I put in the work for it. As soon as the video released last night, I started working on this one. I finished editing it this morning. Blah 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 blah. Making the voiceover. Yeah. But today we have a good one. Titans versus Commanders. And while the records may not show it, this is a good matchup on paper. Both of these teams last year were amazing teams. Commanders went 15-2. Obviously, with our Titans, we went to the Super Bowl and whatnot. And both of these teams share the same thing in common. They want to get back to the spot they were in before, because when they got to that spot, they didn't win it. Last year in the conference championship, like said, the Washington Commanders, they also lost to the Packers like we did, except they lost more honorably, I guess you could say. They lost to the Packers 37-35. We lost the Packers like 52-27 or something like that. But like I said, we share the same thing in common. We're both looking to get back to the same spots we were last year and actually this time win it all. Now for the Commanders. They have not started that off well, as we are at home today in the Music City, Nashville, Tennessee, as we are underway. Matt Gay here to kick it away right out of the back of the end zone. But, or not Matt Gay, Tressway. Jeez, messed it up. Oh, wait for it. First and 10, we handed off to Tony Pollard. Oh my goodness. Tony Pollard had nothing there. That is different from how this season has been going so far. But, like I was saying, the Washington Commanders have not, gotten it out started to how they want it to be, but they have obviously started this game differently, as they have already forced a fumble, and they have the ball past midfield, man. Alec Anumar, they tried to get the strip off. He did not. He held onto the ball the first time, but once that big hit came, it got knocked right out. Now 2nd and 9. Jaden Daniels dropping back to pass, get us to Terry Scary on the hitch route. But like I was saying, for their season overall, they have not gotten it. They have not looked like they're ready to get back to that spot. They have started off 1-3, as you obviously see by that record. But I don't think their record honestly defines them how they've played, because that one and excuse me, that 1-3 doesn't really define them how it should. So obviously, week 1 they got a 28-10 dub against the Commanders, a team we could not beat, as Jaden Daniels just gets it over the top to Terry McLaurin for the first touchdown of this game. The Commanders are saying, the record doesn't matter. We're getting back to that spot if we have to fight tooth, nail, and claw for it. But week 1, the Commanders, they beat the Los Angeles Rams 28-10. A good way to start out the year. Guys, remember last year we did not beat the Rams. That game was unfortunately very unlucky for us, but what can you say? We still got far even after that loss. But I was saying week 1, beat the Commanders. Beat the Rams 28-10. Week 2, here's where I say their record doesn't really define them. Week 2 and 3, they took simmed losses to their opponents. So week 2, they took a sim loss against the New York Giants, and then week 2 they did that. Week 3, they took another sim loss against the Eagles. And honestly, if you're going to take any sim losses, those are not the matchups you want to take sim losses in. You do not want to take sim losses in those divisional matchups, as we get it on the RPO to Alec Anumar, who's going to hold on to the ball this time and almost get a first down. But and then once again in week 4, unfortunately, they cannot pull off the revenge game against the Packers, as Tutu Atwell has the catch now in the red zone from the 6-yard line. They couldn't pull off that revenge win against the Packers again. They lost 28-37 this time. So a little bit of a downfall from the last game in the conference championship, as we tried to get it. So I believe that was Alec Anumar on that speed out, but he could not bring the 2 toes down, as Tony Pollard tries to run it into the end zone for a touchdown. He just gets held out just barely. But now third and goal, Cam Ward under pressure, rolling out of the pocket. Cam Ward looking for somebody, anybody, and he gets it to Chigoziem Okonkwo. That has been our main man so far this season in the receiving core, and he starts the game off good for us offensively. Now we have it all tied up as Joey slides here to kick it away out of the back of the end zone. But obviously for the Commanders, like saying, their record doesn't define them. They can easily work back from this like early opposition. Look, it's the first 5 weeks of the season, so like 1-3, even if you really were like 1-3 and lost all those games, that's not really going to define you, as Isaiah likely breaks one tackle, then he gets boomsticked out of bounds. But yeah, that 1-3 is not really going to define you. They have a lot of time to really bring it back. Don't take any more sim losses to division opponents, that's for sure. And if you just do that, you can honestly work your way all the way back up to where you were last year. And another thing is, in this NFC East division, um, Cowboys don't have a user for the Cowboys. So you already know that you're already going to have a free two division wins all year unless the Cowboys user, or I guess I should spoil it. There was no Cowboys user for this whole entire season as Jaden Daniels goes underneath for Jakrowski. Oh my goodness, his name trips me up so badly. Hold up, hold up. Jacory Krosky Merritt. I don't know why I say Jakrowski Merritt. It is not Jakrowski Merritt. It's Jacory Krosky Merritt. His name trips me up so badly. But yeah, you have a free two divisional wins like for this whole season because there's no Cowboys use for this whole entire season. And then all you have to really do is just get those other two divisional wins back against the Eagles and the Cowboys, and now if you have a good record, or the Eagles and Giants, and if you have a good record, then it's like, oh, you won the division and you're back in the same spot as you were last year. So it's like, yeah, as now down 14-7, the Titans are having a good drive as the play clock almost hit zero. Gunnar Helm did not get across the field in time, and Tony Pollard's breaking tackles left and right, getting it down into the red zone. Now first and 10, Chigoziem Okonkwo emotionally handed off to Tony Pollard again on the outside zone, cuts back inside, he gets the first down. Deron Payne with the tackle there. Now first and goal from the 8-yard line. Looks like the Commanders try to dial up a little bit of a blitz there, but they back off. Cam Ward going for the end zone, and it's Chigoziem Okonkwo again. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. I believe that is for him. I'm probably wrong. I haven't been paying the most attention because I was talking about the Commanders' bad but not worse start to the season in their 7 losses. But Chigoziem Okonkwo, like I said, that's our guy right there. Chigoziem Okonkwo, Titans Hall of Fame, best tight end, OAT, arguable flaw. I'm lying. As Jaden Daniels on first attempt rolls up in the pocket, has a lot of space to run, and he gets it to the 47-yard line. And just like that, the Commanders are almost in field goal range already. Play clock under 5, had to get it off here. Jaden Daniels dropping back to pass again, gets it underneath to Terry Scary, who tries to spin move, but he gets an 8-yard gain. Now they're way in field goal range. Second and 2, play clock winding down, handing it off the middle to Jacory Krosky Merritt. I got it right the first time there. Xavier Woods brings him down at the 25-yard line, and you can see this clock is going like really fast as the Commanders finally take a delay of game penalty. That play clock has been like almost down under 5 every single play. Is now Jaden Daniels dropping back to pass again, and he gets it in a tight window to Terry Scare. That was almost picked off by Cody Barton. Surprised even Xavier Woods didn't get a knockout there, but what can you really say? As now second and 10, dialed up a screen pass, cutting back inside. He gets it all the way down to the 11-yard line. Now that was the last play before the 2-minute warning. Now after the 2-minute warning, first and 10 on the RPO, trying to get it to Deebo Samuel, who breaks one tag when he gets it to the 5-yard line. Oh my God, excuse me. Second and 4, handing it off to Jacory Krosky Merritt, who had nowhere to go, but somehow, some way found his way all the way up to the 1-yard line. Now first and goal, man in motion, tapping it to Deebo Samuel, and he will easily have his way in for a touchdown. They kind of dissected our defense. I don't even know what, like, just props to the Commanders' offense. That was an amazing drive. I don't even really know what to say after that. We played the best we could play. It did not work out, obviously, but we just have to get back on offense. It's now first and 10. Cam Ward trying to dial up or at least get a score because we do not get ball after half. We fumbled on that first drive, so we need to get a score here, and it starts with a good comeback route to Keem Dike. Gets it to the 50-yard line now, about 4 yards away from Joey Sly's field goal range. 4 yards if we're really lucky. Joey Sly has an absolute monster leg as Cam Ward rolling out of the pocket. Looks like he will have nowhere to go as he just had to throw it away. He might have got a yard or two there, but unfortunately the Commanders linebacker had a little bit of awareness to start rushing down before Cam Ward could take off. And Chickasee Mokakwo, my goodness, he almost made an amazing catch there. Just barely forced out as now 3rd and 10 going outside for Eleganyumeyer. He fits the pass in, but Eleganyumeyer does not get enough for the first down as now Joey Sly on the field. Commanders use their second timeout from 56 away, or not 56 away, 60. That will be easily up and good. And this is what I'm talking about. Joey Sly with these kicks, man. He's consistent. He has the leg power. He has everything you want in a kicker, you could say. Maybe you need a little bit more of that fake field goal stuff. Like I'll take a 99 speed kicker, 99 pro power kicker, so I can start running some more fake field goals. As Jaden Daniels goes right down the middle of the field for Terry McLaurin, who is going to be on a runaway train with his next stop being the end zone. And you can really see now why the Commanders made it to the NFC Conference Championship last year. They are playing like that right now. And we thought we were going to take a 21-17 deficit into halftime, and now it's turned into a 28-17 deficit going into halftime. Maybe with 10 seconds left, we can draw up a nice little Houdini act, but we'll see what we can do as 1st and 10. Cam Ward dropping back, running out of time, just going underneath for Tony Pollard, who does not even, actually the refs say he did get out of bounds after being tackled, but now 2nd and 4, just kind of have to throw it deep here. Cam Ward dropping back, looking, and that's not going to go anywhere. Got hit as he threw, and we did have those sidelines open, but you had the safety playing deep, so it's like, why even try to risk it? And safety probably somehow jumped the route. So, like, just no reason to really risk it, and I probably didn't even see it. And, jeez, thinking about it now that I can't even remember, I just remember I'm so behind on these videos. Dude, it's Super Bowl week, and I'm still in week 5. I am so behind on this league. I am sorry, y'all. It Look, it's been a grind. It's definitely been a grind. But I need to get these videos out sooner as Jaden Daniels. Oh my goodness, if Mr. OO was paying attention, that would have been a pick taken the other way. But luckily he wasn't. Now 1st and 10, handing it off to Merritt, who breaks one tackle, and the refs give him the first down after the forward progress. Now 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Going on the toss play to Merritt, who's getting to the outside, has the first down. No, actually, no, he does have the first down. He just got the forward progress before Xavier Woods could knock him out of bounds. I don't know why I was about to say Xavier Worthy. That is not Xavier Worthy. But now 2nd and 14, Jaden Daniels going over top for Terry McLaurin, but it's overthrown, and that was a really good idea. I'm surprised Jaden Daniels missed that pass though. But you want to do that high pass because that had a chance at being picked off as Merritt tries to make a move. Merritt breaks a tackle, and he almost gets the first down, but 4th and 2 enables the Commanders to go for it, and they are obviously going for a play clock winding down. Jaden Daniels dropping back to pass. Jaden Daniels has time in the pocket, and he goes underneath for Isaiah Likely, who just burnt Cody Barton. Man, oh man, everything was kind of locked up, but Jaden Daniels made a good throw there. Now 2nd and 9. That was Tavondre Sweat with the stop. Now 2nd and goal. Merritt trying to run it up the middle, but who was that? Xavier Woods said, Now 3rd and goal from the 7-yard line. Still in the single bag. Merritt has nowhere to go as Chiadobe Awuzie shuts that down quickly. And unfortunately, instead of having the ball back with a 28-17 deficit, Commanders worked a field goal out of that drive, and now is a 14-point deficit. So we need a touchdown. Stop. Another touchdown. Stop. Run the clock out. That take a field goal and move on to 5-0. That's what we need right now. But that's starting off so good as Tony Pollard takes it up the middle of the field. Commanders stuck in a bad defense, but it worked out for them. And once again, they did that. But That time I didn't throw to that wide receiver on the outside because I knew he was running a hitch route. So I was like, oh man, there's no real reason to do that as Chigoziem Okonkwo breaks one tackle, cutting back inside, and Okonkwo, have yourself a day. He is going off now, first and goal from the 5 yard line. Play clock under 5. Cam Ward driving back to pass, facing a heavy blitz going underneath for Tutu Atwell, who fumbles the ball, but that did not look like a fumble at all as Mike Sanders still is taking it up the sideline. He's going to get tackled by Cam Ward there, and hopefully the refs review this one because there was no shot that was a fumble. Tutu Atwell was down for about a good 3 seconds, and the booth review has come out. Let's see what their verdict is. Taking a little bit, and actually no, they do say that was not a fumble. Thank God they didn't, because I would have actually lost my marbles if they did. Now second goal from the 4 yard line, handing it off to Tony Pollard, who almost gets it into the end zone, just saved there by Damon Walker. Now third and goal from the 1 yard line. Cam Ward going for a wide open Kimre DK. And for being the last play of the third quarter, that takes it down to about a 7 point lead with Joey Sly's PAT being easily up and good. Look at that. Just like that. One more touchdown to go, one stop to go with the start of this fourth quarter. Joey Sly kicking it away here to Lane, who has a return, and he's getting a little bit of a block, and he breaks the tackle from Kevin Winston Jr., but he cannot escape Deontay Lawson, the rookie. Now first and 10 from the 34-yard line. Terry McLaurin in the motion here. Breaks one tackle off the jet touch pass, and he's going to have yards to go, and he almost gets the first down off of that. That was, wow, that was an amazing play by Terry McLaurin to even work out positive yards after that as Merritt gets blown up, but luckily after he got the first down for the Commanders. Now first and 10 from the 45-yard line, looking to run some clock here. Jaden Daniels going underneath now for the backup running back, who's going to work it up past midfield, and he's fumbled it. Kevin Winston Jr. has the ball. Kevin Winston Jr. Almost had a lane, but he could not escape there. Wide receiver came from back, and it was Cam Akers coming into the game, I believe that was. And maybe let's keep Merritt in, or for the Commanders, keep Cam Akers in the game, because if you're going to fumble in the first play like that, we'll take advantage of that. But for the Commanders, they might want to keep Merritt in the next time, and we got the stop we needed. Now third and 1, play clock winding down, running back in motion. We're going for Chigoziem Okonkwo again. Chigoziem Okonkwo is going to have his third touchdown of the day, and oh my goodness, he's pulled off a hat trick, and that hat trick is what might help us win this game as we have worked our way back. Now with 6 minutes and 22 seconds left in the fourth, it is all tied up, and another turnover like that one could really give us the lead and maybe a win to keep us undefeated on the season, as Jalen Lane takes it up to the 32-yard line. Now first and 10. Cam Akers still in the game, no sign of Merritt. Jaden Daniels dropping back to pass, going outside for Jalen Lane, who brings it down on the corner route. Now almost at midfield, about maybe 10-15 yards away from Tressway's field goal range, as Cam Akers trucks him in, and Cam Akers fumbles again, and Xavier Woods picks it up, and Xavier Woods is going to be on a runaway train with his next stop being the end zone. And now the Commanders really want Merritt to get back in the game, because 2 drives, 2 fumbles for Cam Akers, that's not helping his case to the journey of being a starting running back again. Now, just like that, Titans, who went into halftime down 11, are now up 7 on the Commanders after 2 forced fumbles, one being returned for a touchdown and one off the good offensive drive, and they're trying to force another one on Terry McLaurin, who has had an amazing day so far. 167 yards receiving as Jaden Daniels is taking a lob, and it's, wow, he just overthrew that. That looked like it was on the money for Deebo Samuel, but just a step too far as Jaden Daniels rolling up in the pocket as Khair Elam makes the tackle, safe away from maybe the Commanders getting that first down. Now third and 3, almost in Tressway's field goal range. Jaden Daniels rolling out the pocket. Jaden Daniels cutting back right. Jaden Daniels has some space. He's going down Broadway before he's hit sticked. Oh my goodness. The Titans are playing dangerous. Somebody must have ordered a firing squad. They're trying to force fumbles left and right as Jaden Daniels is rolling out again. Oh my God. Excuse me. excuse me, as he went for Cam Akers, but a little bit too far to his right as Jaden Daniels has a lot of time in the pocket again, rolling up, and Deontay Lawson. Oh my goodness, he went for a hard hit on Jaden Daniels. Everybody's taking their chances today as 3rd and 5 on the RPO. Isaiah Likely nowhere to go now. 4th and 6. This will likely be the last play before the 2-minute warning. The Commanders deciding to go for it. Jaden Daniels going for Terry McLaurin, who burned Kyer Eli right off the line of scrimmage. And this time, Jaden Daniels puts that ball in the money off the high pass. He probably didn't even need to high pass it there. A regular pass would have sufficed, but I guess rather be safe than sorry as Tress Way is here to kick it off. That's going out of the back of the end zone. And the Commanders might have left a little bit too much time for the Titans. Maybe left just enough time for themselves if the Titans mess up. But Alec Onumar is not looking like he's going to do that. Oh my goodness, excuse me, as we are already in Joey Sly's field goal range. Now we just have to chew a little bit of clock and get some extra yards as Cam Ward is under pressure. He gets it away in time, but that is going to stop the clock now. 2nd and 10 from the 39-yard line. Tony Pollard has nowhere to go. He is taken down as soon as the play started by Jazon Newton. Now 3rd and 13 going underneath for Keemer Adike, who is going to get the first down. The ref set just barely got there now. 1st and 10. Cam Ward trying to take it on the RPO. And there's an injury on the field, and that is going to stop the clock again. And that was to Cam Ward. Now 2nd and 14. Will Levis in the game. Will Levis making it past to Tony Pollard, which might have just effectively ended it. As they say, Cam Ward has got some bruised ribs. Luckily for us, he's not going to be out for a long time, but still a little bit unlucky for us because that stopped the clock. Could have had extra seconds running out, or maybe made the Commanders use another timeout, but they still have some in their back pocket as Alec Onumar spins the wrong way for a reason. Now 3rd and 7. Tony Pollard just handing it off to him to waste some clock, maybe get some extra yards, and with that run, the play clock will wind down to 0, or we'll let it wind down to 0, and the regular clock will wind down to 7, and the Titans just take their delay of game there as Joey Sly will have his kick up and good easily. And with 4 seconds left in the game, the Titans take a 41-38 lead. And let's see what Joey Sly and the Titans have planned up here. They're going to kick the ball out of the back of the end zone. Make sure no extra Houdini act happened. But speaking of Houdini, that's what the Commanders need now as Jaden Daniels has time in the pocket. He's going for Terry McLaurin, but that throw wasn't even going to make it far enough. Just like that, the Commanders have fallen down to 1-4 while the Titans stay undefeated at 5-0. And honestly, for that last pass, that was not a really great pass. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I see the idea that he was going for maybe like try to get in the field goal range, but you don't have timeouts and the clock was at 0. And then also maybe you could say, oh, he's going for the pass interference. If you were going for the pass interference, I would have rather have just taken my deep shot knowing I don't have any time. By deep shot, I mean like all the way down the field, Hail Mary style at that point. But that was a good game from our Titans. Very unlucky Madden wise for the Commanders. Cam Akers comes into the game and he fumbles 2 drives in a row, and that's really what gave us the win. You could say those 2 fumbles by Cam Akers. I still don't know why Merrick came out of the game. Hopefully he's okay, and maybe he'll be a little bit mad at himself for coming out. But other than that, that's really going to be it for me in this video. A really good win today, and next week we go back on our streak of division opponents as I believe we are traveling to Luke. Let me check real quick. Hold on. I believe we are. Yeah, we are going to be traveling to Lucas Oil Stadium to take on the Colts to start that divisional 2-game, whatever you want to call it, that divisional rivalry for this season. And then after that, we will be taking on the Eagles, and then right back to the divisional rivalries. Take on the Texans at home, Colts at home, then Texans away, and just like that, we'll be at the bye week, and we will have no more divisional games left. But like I said, next week, looking at just saying the win column last year, the Colts did not have the best of showings against us. I believe we beat them 42-14 both times. But other than that, that's really gonna be it for me in this video. I hope you guys enjoy. Leave a like, please subscribe. Show these videos to your friends. Just get me out there, and appreciate you for watching, and peace out.